like I said in the beginning-ish, that they think that it's doing similar-ish things. Not totally the same, but similar like acts of being romantic. Women tend to think like, oh, well, that'll make him, if I, I don't know, go take his car for an oil change or some guy thing, which is nice and guys appreciate, but
but it's not,
it's not his core want, his core, like what makes him feel loved and romantic.
Well, that's why I asked the question, because I think this helps to really, what would make him feel like he's on top of the world? That would lift his day up, right? And again, if you're thinking the same things that you would like, you're not really thinking about, that's where the empathy comes in, is to say, all right, what is this guy, and what has he said before that he likes? Or what kind of surprise or thing would make him just go crazy and feel like he's just, super excited to be alive today, right? And so if you think of those things,
talked about a lot too, though. Like, to be honest, there is a lot of talk about men being romantic and how they can be romantic.
Exactly.
So there's less of an excuse for guys, no offense. But women don't really know. Like, women know that men want sex, but they don't know always how to do it in the way that a man wants.
Okay. So I'll give it to you, right? Because that's where seduction. That's what it is.
Mic drop.
Yeah, that's it. Seduction. To learn to be seductive to a man, right? Because again, guys want sex, but it's not just about the sex. It's about the woman having a high desire, showing that she wants it.
And creating like an experience for him.
Enticing him. Because think about it. It's a reversal. A lot of times in marriages, guys are trying to get the sex. Oh, she's got a headache. Okay, so it's going this direction. You really want to make the guy feel like he's on top of the world and light up his life? Change the direction. So you're going after him. So you're enticing him, seducing him in, as opposed to him, that's the, because at one respect, a woman could say, okay, well, I'm just going to have sex with him more or give him more when he is asking for it. And that's okay. And that's good. But what's better and what's actually starts to turn it into romantic is flipping the dynamic and then coming after him. Because you can think about what will actually light up his life.
Here's the thing, though. How does a woman keep from being the sole initiator, though? Because I don't think any woman has a problem with initiating.
Right.
I think she has a problem with becoming the sole initiator. And if she does it as much as a guy tries to be romantic, it does seem like she would maybe become the majority of the initiator.
I don't necessarily think that that's a bad thing. I think that because, and here's the way that this works, is the seduction is an open invitation, right? And it's an enticement to draw someone in. So if she's primarily doing that, that's good. Because, let me tell you why. Because women are naturally are able to express love, and the love part comes easy. So the guy should really be the sole initiator, or the majority initiator of the love part of things, in the sense that he's creating those opportunities. He's the one who's planning out romantic things for her and trips and doing in dates and things like that. He should be doing that because that's the thing that it's more meaningful coming from him, because it's not the default.
He's like the one that turns on the faucet and it comes out of her.
Right.
Like the love comes out of her.
Exactly. And so
a woman turns on the faucet for the other thing.
Right.
Yeah.
See, because the guy's going to respond to it. And it doesn't mean that he's not going to go out and seek it as well. But it's more powerful when the woman does that, because again, it's the thoughtful effort that's put into it. And that can be done in a thoughtful effort way, right? A lot of women they don't learn seduction, right? It's as simple as, hey, you ask him to come into the bedroom and you're laying on the bed naked, or you're in a lingerie or something like that, or you show up at his office or at his work in a trench coat,
At his work?
I'm just saying, like, and
You get him fired real quick?
no, you go back home. I mean, you figure something. But I'm just saying, like, any kind of thing, or you wake him up with a surprise in the morning, something that is going to be, you put some thought into this, right? And you're figuring out a way to, just like a guy would put thought into a date or a trip or something romantic, women have to put the same thought into it. And it could be, like I said, if the problem is really the respect, that can be the romantic gesture. It doesn't have to just be sexual. But many times that the guy's two primary needs that are going to make him feel loved, just like a woman feels loved, is going to be respect and not sex, but sexual desire. Because again, the thing about sex that women don't understand, I think, is that a guy can get sex from anywhere. He can pay a prostitute for sex. Like, sex in itself is not valuable. It is the desire of a woman. In fact, when I coach guys all the time and we have this topic come up, I've always told guys, I'm like, look, what you're after is not just sex. You're not learning to pick up women just so you can get sex, because sex is a commodity. Everyone is capable of sex. You can get that from anywhere. I mean, maybe you're not able to, but you can pay money and get sex. There's no amount of money that you can pay that is going to get you desire from a woman. Nothing. That's priceless. That's why that becomes the most valuable thing, not just better than